Now, I'm going to explain to you guys the hardest pill. The hardest pill you're going to have to swallow when you have a spiritual awakening. When you do have a spiritual awakening, you're going to look around you and you will realize nobody is awake. You see those family members moving up and down, buzzing around you, they're not awake. Now, for me, that was the hardest pill. I don't know what is yours, but I believe anyone that has gone through an awakening, you're going to have to understand this, overstand. There's nobody around you. Family members, those friends you see, they're not awake. A spiritual awakening is a divine experience. A spiritual awakening is personal. It's a personal experience. It's a divine experience. It is something that happens to you. Sorry, for you. It happens for you. It does not happen to you. It happens for you. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say, if you have awakened, there is a reason as to why you have been chosen to wake up. Okay? It can be a number of them. But there's a very big reason as to why you have been chosen to wake up. So, the moment your switch, you know the switch, I've done a whole video on the switch goes on, pam, that is when you're going to start looking around you. You're going to look around you. So the reason why you start looking around is because you want to see, is anybody else seeing what I'm seeing? Are these people seeing what I'm seeing? So you're like shaking family members, okay? Listen, guys, there is something going on. You need to wake up. It's like, for example, let me give you a real case scenario. So you guys are at home, you're sleeping, whole family. Everybody is snoring, everybody is deep asleep. And then you feel like there is a bang on the door. So you go peep in the window, through the window, and you see like there is this thief trying to move around your house. So you go around and you start shaking up everybody. Huh? Why don't you leave me alone to sleep? Are you guys seeing the scenario? You're letting them know, listen guys, there's something going on. There is you saw somebody moving around the house. Maybe it's a thief, maybe it's a lion, maybe it's a tiger jumped in your compound. A lot of you guys who are in those Asian countries, sometimes you have these lions or tigers, they're jumping inside your house and attacking your pets. So that is what is happening. And people are like, leave us to sleep. What is wrong with you? Go back to sleep. Why are you disturbing us? You're really seeing there's a problem. But you're shaking them up, they can't hear you. Now, in the spiritual awakening, it's more intensive. We're not talking about thieves. We're not talking about leopards and lions. We're talking about something different. That is more intense. Let me promise you, ladies and gentlemen, you will be shocked when you look around you and you're seeing all these family members, all those friends. They think you're going berserk. They want you to go back to sleep because so many of them, you're trying to wake them up. And it feels like you're forcing them to start seeing things that they're not ready to see. Are you guys following? It's like you're forcing them to see these things that they're not ready to see. Okay, they was comfortable in their own bed, and now you're shaking them up to wake up and see those things that they was not even ready to see. So that's what it feels like when talking about spiritual awakening. Now, It's a personal experience, is what I'm trying to say. It's a personal experience. You do not work up with anybody. It's going to be your own journey. You're going to start walking your own journey to heal. And that journey, there's nobody going to accompany you. So your family members do not accompany you. And you see, another thing, why the universe will choose you to wake up. Why I believe the universe is going to choose you to wake up. Is because the universe wants to show you something. You see, the reason why they call it awakening, it is simply God waking you up because God wants to show you something. So for me, when I woke up at the time, God showed me that, listen, Denzo, I know you've been struggling to keep this marriage together, hold it together, but you're dealing with a narcissist. And there's nothing more you can do, but I want to show you this, okay, so that you can be able to finally break free from this bondage. So that is how I broke the bondage of narcissistic abuse. I broke out, and I've never gone back. Spiritual awakening is different for everybody. Your family members, you're going to have to learn to love them from a distance. Okay? You know who they are. You know their names. You know where they live. But again, spiritual awakening is personal. It's only you, between you and the universe. It has nothing to do with your brothers, sisters. The universe will show you your parents. All of you guys, you are still in trauma bonds with your parents. You know the trauma bonds. So you're still trauma bonded with your parents. You don't even know your own father is a demon. Okay, your own mother is a demon. So the black sheep of the family, the ones that wake up, the first thing that will shock them is when they start to see their own parents are demons. Okay? And that is something you don't want to mention to other family members because they are going to think or they are going to say, you're causing problems. How can you call so and so a demon? How can you this? Because you can see things they don't see. You see, that's the thing what happens when your spiritual eye is open. You are seeing things that other people don't see. So they don't understand what you're saying. They do not see what you see. They cannot speak that language. You're talking about demons. A lot of them, they only hear about demons when they go to church. You know when you're in church and the pastors and whatever talking about the demons and the devil and this. That's all they see. But this time you're bringing them the reality of what is currently happening around them. And they're not ready for that. So when you start to see all these people and whatever, people calling you crazy, oh, this guy has gone insane, oh, he needs to go, can you guys recommend a therapist and whatever. So me, when I was talking to a narcissistic parent back at the time, I was trying to hold the narcissistic parent accountable for messing up with the entire family, okay? So I was telling them that, listen, this is what is going on. You need to check yourself. The family is breaking apart because of you. And you're pointing the fingers to somebody else, somebody who doesn't even have any business to do anything to do with what is going on. So I was trying to hold him accountable. Only for me to discover that at that particular moment I was causing a narcissistic injury. So that is how the narcissist went into rage. Okay, you know that you do not hold narcissistic people accountable. They cannot have accountability. They cannot take accountability. So that is how I discovered that I was dealing with a narcissistic parent. So that is when I went no contact. There is things that you can't explain to family members. You cannot tell them, listen, guys, with due respect, listen, this is what is really, really happening, guys. You need to open your eyes. You are pleading. You are screaming in their ears. You want even to slap them in the face, tell them to wake up. Guys, listen, this is what is happening. They can't see you. Life is spiritual, ladies and gentlemen. Life is spiritual. The moment you recognize that life is spiritual, you start taking off. In so many ways you haven't done before. You're going to start taking off. Because now you know what to do. And you know who the enemy is. You see, for the longest of time, the enemy has been keeping you asleep. I would even surprise you if I told you, or when I say, you see those family members, you're trying to wake up, they're all under a spell. This whole narcissistic family is a cult. You know, everybody's under a spell. Is the reason why you see the narcissist is doing funny things to you. The enabling parent cannot stand behind you because the enabling parent is under a spell. Other family members, they are treating you exactly how the narcissist treats you because they are also under a spell. Everybody is under a spell. And they are not going to wake up anytime soon. So you are the one that has woken up. It's the reason why I've said in most of those families, the universe will choose one particular member that is going to wake up first before the other ones. That member will be the one to break out of the spell. So that's the chosen one. Okay? It is the chosen one. This is why you see sometimes you hear people, oh, so that one thinks they are chosen. So they think they are special. And that kind of stuff. Everybody thinks because you say you're chosen, oh, because they think they are special, they are better than the other ones, and all those kind of stuff. It doesn't work like that. It's not because you are special. It is because you have awakened. You have been chosen spiritually to awaken. Because you have got work to do. Your kind of assignment and the work you need to do, or you're going to do, it doesn't require you when you are asleep. You have got to wake up. First of all, you need to wake up. You need to understand who the enemy is. That's the reason why the universe chose you to wake up. So you can now see who the enemy is, because you're going to be battling a different warfare, kind of warfare altogether. Yes, you've already been battling this spiritual warfare. But this time, you are taking it to the next level. Okay? So it's not going to be business as usual. Family members, no. The family members, their time hasn't yet come. So for me, I remember when I was waking up, because I could see, I could understand. At the time, I knew what narcissism was. You couldn't convince me otherwise. I knew what it was. So I reached out to a family member. Hey, listen, this is what is happening. You know, a family member had been entangled with a narcissist for a very long time. So I came in there to help. I was like, this is what is happening. You know, take my guidance. You can even see I'm doing some videos to help other people, this and this. So the family member was like, okay, in the first days, they would hear me. Second day, yes. The third day, they said I was the problem. Oh, why are you getting too involved in my relationship? Why don't you mind your own business? Focus on your plate. I say, okay. So now I'm the one who is helping you. And eventually, because you cannot face your own demons, then they said that I was the problem. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this. I was out. So you guys need to start understanding this whole thing, how it works. Spiritual warfare is real. Okay? Spiritual warfare is real. Everybody is under a spell. So what I'm trying to say is that all these family members you see, they are all under a spell. So there's nothing you can do, but you can start breaking out of those spells. So for me, when I figured out who the narcissistic parent was on a spiritual level, I said, like, I cannot unsee this. So I started breaking out of the spell. And of course, including other people around, family members, other, some friends I used to have at the time. I could see this bubble. I could see the entire illusion for what it was. So I could see that I had been entangled around narcissists for a very long period of time. So it was time for me to break out of these loops. Okay? So everybody is under a spell. A lot of people you see moving around up and down, they're under a spell. Is why you see people, they keep on repeating the same thing. They finish, when the day finish, tomorrow, they on repeat. After some few days, next day they on repeat. So they keep on moving in a loop. So many of them, they're in a loop, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And many of them don't even understand that they're in a loop. So when you come in and try to break the loop, you're going to become the problem. Okay? So some of them, they may tell you things like, oh, why do you get very involved in my business? Stay away from my business. That's what my sister told me. They said that I was getting too involved in their business. I was trying to break the loop. So you see, when you're trying to break out of a spell, a lot of people are going to think you're the problem because there's many people who are not ready to break the cycle. It's not their time yet. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, it's not their time yet. I was entangled for years. And it wasn't my time. So I would hear sometimes people telling me that, hey, why does so-and-so behave like this? Why does this person behave like that? Maybe there's something you can do. There's nothing I could do. Okay? When your time hasn't yet come, it hasn't yet come. When your time hasn't yet arrived, there's nothing you can do. Leave it as it is. You are the first one to wake up. You're going to be the first one to leave. The ones who are ready, they will follow you. They will join you at the right time. But it's not your work to push them very hard to wake up. Because you're confusing people when you try to telling them to wake up. Many people don't want to be woken up from their sleep. You guys, you know how difficult it is when you're in bed. It's nice, nice, warm and cozy. So somebody is coming to wake you up because you need to go to do something. You don't want to get out of bed. So that is how people feel when you're talking about awakening. Okay? But this time it's happening in the sense that the people that you see around you, they're walking in the loop. Until this moment in time, I still have a lot of people around me. There is people that I know, even now. And sometimes I'm wishing that, is there anything I could do? How can I help these people? I can see them going in circles, abuse after abuse. And sometimes there's nothing you can do. So the only thing you can do, my chosen ones, is to go out there and live authentically. Okay? Authenticity is one of the fastest ways to break out of the loop. Okay? To break out of the loop, you have got to start stepping back into your authenticity. Is how you take back your power, by walking back into your authenticity and living authentically. Whether it is something you're going to do, you say, and again, on top of that, you have to speak your truth. Continue speaking your truth. The ones that are ready, they are going to gravitate towards that truth. Not everybody will like it. Yes, you're going to be hated by so many people because you're speaking your truth. But the truth is what it is. It can't be other way. It can't be another way. The other way around. Okay? Okay? So the chosen ones, you are the ones that normally are chosen first. Before other people will catch up on your game, you will be the one that is chosen first to break out of the loop. Are you following? You are the one that is chosen first to break out of the loop. So that's how it is. The ones that are still sleeping, there's nothing you can do. Don't force them to wake up. You're going to confuse them. So let us know what you think about, guys, in the comment section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.